it's finished.
Thanks, Ashley.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. All right, we are going to make the wreath kit. So thank you, Trendy Tree, for letting me do this. And I've already cut my mesh ahead of time. That kind of speeds up the process. Cut my ribbon. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Happy Tuesday. So I already fluffed out my wreath form ahead of time. 10 on the bottom, 8 on top. I just like to open those up ahead of time because once I get rolling with the mesh, I don't like to stop. So let's go ahead and get started. Say hi. Tell me what you guys are up to. And let's make a Christmas wreath. Put up my Christmas trees yesterday. I'm that person, day after Halloween. So I'm in full Christmas mode. So I was ready to make a Christmas wreath today. We have, I'm going to use the red mesh as our base. Comes with 3 meshes. I thought the red would be cool because it has this border. But you could do the white as your base. You could do the green as your base and kind of mix it up. I cut these, 18 of them at 20 inches. So I did that off camera ahead of time. But again, 18 at 20 inches each. If you do that, you will use your roll exactly up and have none left, which is what I like. I don't like a bunch of half-used mesh rolls. It's a lot to store. So I'm doing a cruffle. It's a mix between a curl and a ruffle on this wreath for our base. It makes it nice and poofy, really big. And I'll show you once we get all our mesh on there how nice and full it looks. But what I'm doing is just giving it a little curl, ruffling it up, and then I curl that other end too. If you have a chip clip or a little binder clip, those work really well for holding your curl. If you don't want to do it like me, you could like do 2 curls, clip it, flip it around. Yeah. I haven't told Ashley this yet. I think this might be one of my favorite wreath kits we've put together yet because I really like lime green for Christmas, the red lime green instead of the dark emerald. So I think this has these poinsettias and the sign, and it's very whimsical.
Those poinsettias, they're just going to make it. I already know they are.
Yes, and I'm gonna do my bow a little different than I usually do. Just on camera, I'm going to stick the poinsettias in, but then when we're all done, I'll hot glue them in. I forgot to get my hot glue gun out. But yeah, we'll place them in there, and it'll be a beautiful wreath. I think the white and red, like almost candy cane edge to the poinsettias is really fun. And then that sign is red and white also, so it's just really going to pop. 2 left here on the bottom, and then we will move on to the top row. And then we'll add in our other meshes as kind of an accent, just to make the wreath bigger, make it more full, and it really will support the sign and the poinsettias and everything that we're going to embellish with at the end.
You said something about red and white, and I ran off for a second because I just thought about these that we have.
Oh.
They are new and they are so cute. So it has 3 stems and it's wired. ST1699 is its number. It's an option though. So you can do the lollipop shape, which also has 3 stems and is wired, or you can do the red and white. If you're doing a candy cane theme, some red and white, these are so cute. So cute. But also, we've got that poinsettia in a lime green as well. So,
ooh.
Yeah.
Love that one.
It's cute. It's cute. So it gives y'all some options.
I mean, you could get this kit and then get some of those little candy picks and just add those also.
Yes.
And
Yes, when you said something about candy cane, I was like, "Oh, I just walked by something."
yeah, it's kind of candy cane theme, red and white, and I love them. And I saved one of the poinsettias. I didn't floof it up yet, so I'll show you guys kind of how you can how easy they are to form and shape into a flower shape. So we'll do that live here in a bit.
No, not me. Sorry.
Hi, Barb. How are you? Happy Tuesday. How was everyone's Halloween? We had 25 trick-or-treaters. It was our first time at our new house, so I didn't know what it was going to be like. So we have some candy left over, and I'm not mad about that.
Never had a trick-or-treater at my personal home before, ever.
Really?
We just live in the middle of nowhere. So our community does trunk or treat community-wide. So I think we had somewhere between 400 and 500 kids come through.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
For a community whose population is probably 2,000, that's a lot of kids.
I'm from a town of 300 people, and I lived 12 miles out in the country, and our nearest neighbor was like 2 miles away. So we also never had trick-or-treaters growing up. We had to go into town, and usually there was 2 feet of snow. I think I can count on one hand how many Halloweens it wasn't like, or it hadn't snowed earlier in the week. And I just remember my dad, we'd get in the car and he'd go to the one house and we'd get out and the people had scooped their snow, go up and get our candy, run back to the car. He'd drive to the next house just because it was so cold you couldn't walk around. So.
Oh, sorry, Marion. I'm adding the link now. I forgot.
Halloween has a Christmas feel to it almost for me growing up.
Well, in Mississippi, when you're buying your costume, you have to figure out, is it going to be 95 degrees or is it going to be 30 degrees?
Oh, how funny. Yep, that sounds about like how Nebraska was. Here in Arizona, I think it was 88 on Sunday. So, it was a beautiful day.
I just posted that link. Sorry about that. I got sidetracked.
There's the link, guys, for this kit that we're making. Diane had 150 trick-or-treaters. Woo! And a full house.
That would be so fun, though.
It would be fun. Just to... Gosh, if I had that many trick-or-treaters, you could almost sit out on the porch and just
watch hang out for a while.
Exactly. We watched, we had Hocus Pocus on inside. We were saving it for Halloween to watch that movie. So we made some favorite. And watched Hocus Pocus and kept pausing it about every 3 or 4 minutes. So I could go hand out some candy. It was funny. All right, guys. So we're going to add in our accent mesh here. There's red and green. Or excuse me, white and green. It's like a lime green. And then the white is kind of like an Aurora AB. It has that, you get the shades of blue and purple. I'm trying to see if it'll catch on light. I love this. And again, this is a wreath kit. It's available on Trinity Tree's website. I'm Nick from 39 County Home, and I'm happy to be here making it for you guys.
I have a special guest.
Ooh, hello.
Hey. How are you? I don't know where to look.
Well, the camera's
there,
but it's real
confusing. My face. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. That looks pretty.
I know. I love this one. It's so bright. And these poinsettias, aren't they cool? The felt ones.
Yes, they're really cute. Super cute.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah. Where's that kitty cat?
Well, he's sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah. His nap
kitty cat does not do well around the mesh and ribbons.
Probably not. He probably gets in it and scratches it up.
Nope. If he was here right now, he'd be up on the table. So I was like, okay. Nap
Me
time.
too. That's where I am.
Literally.
Okay. Well, let me get back to work. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, guys. So I'm adding our accent mesh. And what I did was I cut 9 and 9 of each color. And these are cut at 12 inches. So again, the base was cut 18 at 20 inches. These are cut at 12 inches. I have 9 and 9 of them, and I'm just making kind of a tube shape, if you will. Kind of see, I don't know, inch and a half in diameter, pinching in the middle. And I'm actually on this one undoing my twist that I have the base mesh in, and then I'm inserting that in there and then twisting it back together. And in doing that, you can kind of see we're starting to get the green and white to be more prominent, which we're going to want because our sign's red and our flowers are red, our base is red. So it'll be nice to really have this kind of break up the eye a little bit. I just cannot believe we're doing Christmas already. This year has flown by, but I am ready. This is our first year in this house, and so I got it yesterday. I was kind of, figuring out where I wanted the Christmas trees, and I thought I knew where I wanted them, and then they ended up not going there. So it was fun to kind of decorate a new house for the first time, get to find places for all your things. And I always buy some things on clearance in January, and I forgot I bought them. And so I was unboxing, and I remembered I had these new toys I hadn't played with yet. And I love getting out all the Christmas stuff. Hi, Will. Will was here this weekend. He came down for Halloween. We all went out and went to have some cocktails one night, and hello from Kansas City. Yes, I love this wreath. Now, again, this is a wreath kit, everybody. If you're just joining us, it's available on Trendy Tree's website, and the link has been posted. There's only a certain number of them. So if you are wanting this wreath, if you want the finished one, this one will be available on my website. But if you want to make your own, which is more fun, you can buy the kit. And you can do it the way I'm doing it, or you can do it your own way. You could have the green as your base color and then accent with the red and white. You can.
This one is super limited. So if you want it, you should probably go get it.
If you're thinking this is for you, these are your Christmas colors.
Yeah.
Go now. And how much is it, Ashley?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Okay. I can tell you right now.
It is $69.99, which is a little more than what we usually do, but we also don't typically do the enhancements like the poinsettia and stuff. So,
but I mean, this mesh is good quality mesh, and
yes.
the ribbon. When I was cutting the ribbon beforehand, that's good quality ribbon.
It is good ribbon.
So it's worth every penny, you guys. That ribbon, I mean, I love. I'll show you here in a second. I've cut them ahead of time, but that plaid, I love that plaid. And then the one with the green dots on the border. Those are great ribbons. And you don't use all your ribbon on this one wreath, guys. So you're getting a whole spool of ribbon that you can use you could do a bow, for like a lantern next to your wreath, or you could make another smaller wreath, give it to a friend. And you're going to have some extra white and green left over also, mesh. So it's a good deal. We have 4 left here, and then we are going to move on to ribbon. Linda got her kit. Ooh, I can't wait. You have to join the Trendy Tree Wreath Club Facebook group. If you guys aren't a member of that, I recommend joining. And then I would love if you could post pictures of your wreath after you've made it, so we could all compare them to each other and show off what we did with the wreath kit. That'd be fun.
Carrie loves for y'all to text her pictures of your finished product too. Her number is 662-200-4441.
Yeah, that's it.
So she really likes to be able to look and see what people are making.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Wreath group.
And then if you're feeling real excited, we always have the Trendy Tree Buyers Club. So you can hop on in that too and get you a special discount every month. So, just something to think about for the wreath makers out there.
Maybe and a kit is a great, if you're just getting started, a kit is a great way to start because you're going to get everything you need to make this. You don't have to like kind of, does this ribbon go with this ribbon? Did I get enough mesh? Did I get the right size? Everything is going to come in a box. And so a kit is a great place to start if you want to try your hand at a wreath. I think the only thing I'm using out of my own stash that is not in a wreath kit, I secure the sign with pipe cleaners. And those are like 99 cents. So other than that, everything you need is in the box. Okay.
Posting those links right now.
Ashley's going to post the links, guys. But there is our mesh all done. If that doesn't say Christmas, I don't know what does. Let's add some ribbon. So I went ahead and cut our ribbon ahead of time. I'll bring these over here. And I decided we're going to put the red and gold with the green dots. We're going to pair that with the plaid. I love this plaid ribbon. It has an emerald green and a lime green in it. Almost 2 shades of red also, like a burgundy. And then we're going to put this green and red glittery with the white with words. So those look good together. The white says, ho, 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 happiness, season greetings, joy, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, peace. Some holly and mistletoe on there, so I love that ribbon. So my 2.5 inch, I cut those at 13 inches, and I cut the 1.5 inch at 12 inches, so 12 and 13 inches, and I'm just layering them on top of each other. Just a little, they're stacked, but they're tilted, not quite a full X, but I'm going to ruffle in the middle, pinch, and then this is wire edge ribbon, so it kind of stays however I want it, and we're going to insert this kind of V shape into every other of our twist ties. And we'll do this pattern, and then we'll do the other pattern and alternate. So I think we'll put this one with all the green. And I just inserted it in my twist. And let me hold it up so you can see. That's what it looks like. They're on top. So let's go around. And we're going to do that on every single one that has the lime green mesh on it. And then we'll go back with our other one. Okay. All right, guys. So Christmas trees. So Trendy Tree's been decorating all their trees. What are you guys' favorite theme for your Christmas trees? Do you have a theme for your Christmas tree? Do you buy a new one or new stuff each year? I have 3. So I have a little buffalo plaid tree that's in our bedroom. And then I have a kind of funky colors, multicolored lights, and then red and green ribbon. That's like a pencil tree, and that's in the dining room. And it has all of our sentimental ornaments, ones from traveling. And then our main tree, which is where we watch TV each night in the living room, family room. I like to stare at that one, so I put that one in there. It's the biggest one. It's all shades of copper and brass and gold and cream. I love those colors together. So that's my tree themes. What about you guys?
Yesterday we showed Taylor's. She got some stuff. So we called it bougie because
Bougie.
bougie. because Taylor is. So then we did a poll this morning. We're going to do another tree tomorrow. Candy or traditional? And right now, traditional, red and green, is winning, but by like 2 votes. So
it's close.
It's a close one. It's a close one. But we had a lot, even though Nutcracker was not on the poll, we had a lot of people that wanted to see Nutcracker. Everybody loves the Nutcracker thing.
I think if I added one more tree somewhere someday, I would do Nutcracker.
I like like what you think of with traditional Nutcracker, the royal blue and red and gold. They kind of try to go the candy, like we've got some that have a candy look, and they're cute, but just not that traditional with the blue on it. To me, is just so pretty.
Yep, I love the plaids. I'm seeing a lot of that's really popular nowadays is the candy theme. So pink and light blue candy. That's really getting popular for Christmas, which I like.
But it looks like we have a lot of people still voting from the comments. We just had 4 people comment and say candy. So
I put the candy. Yep, candy tree.
Oh, please turn my voice off. Carrie has the live playing in the background, and my voice sounds like a 6-year-old country bumpkin. So I don't like to hear myself.
I don't think anybody likes to hear their own voice. I always hear a recording of myself, and I'm like, is that what I sound like? But, you know.
Like, why do people listen to me? I will cut this off.
That's funny. Diane does a traditional tree. I was just listening to Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton the other day. So I guess candy can be for Christmas. I love that song. Okay, one more here on the bottom. So the thing to remember with ribbon that has words, this little tip, when I place this, I'm making sure the words are going up. That way, when they go in the wreath, they're all facing the same way, and we don't have to like tilt our head upside down, kind of words going every which way. So just something to think about when you get a ribbon that has words on it. We get those every once in a while. And again, I'm just putting these inside each of the ties, kind of fanning them out. And we have our bottom done. Now we have 18 ties, but I only cut 16 ribbon tails because I put a big bow on my wreath and it covers up at least 2 of the ties. So I saved some ribbon there by adding a bow where 2 ribbon tail sets would go. It's another little trick for you. Or else you're just putting ribbon on top of ribbon that you never see. And again, then we have extra ribbon to play with for another wreath. We'll put these on here. We'll make a bow. We're going to attach our sign. And then we have those fun poinsettias. And I'm going to try and get all 3 of them on here. It's kind of a design trick, in odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So we're going to try and do all 3 poinsettias. Kind of easier on the eye here. I love this ribbon with the green little dots on the trim. It's so cute.
Marion, you do a lot of trees. Y'all are overachievers. Y'all make me feel like a slacker with my 2 trees.
Travel tree. That's fun. That's kind of what ours is in the dining room. We went to Alaska. We went to Nantucket Island this summer, and Maine. I tried to get an ornament at every place we went. I think that's a fun thing to collect instead of some people do magnets or shot glasses or postcards. I think Christmas ornaments are fun because then you get them out once a year and remember all your travels. That's a fun thing to collect. All right, last ribbon tails here. And let's make a bow. Actually, yeah, we'll do our bow first, then we'll do the sign.
I just know one day I'm going to learn how to make a bow. That's my goal. I mean, it's not like a tomorrow goal, but like that's my 10-year plan.
You can make a New Year's resolution.
I'm having a baby in March, so a New Year's resolution might be a stretch.
Fair enough. Okay, guys, so we're going to make our bow. And we're going to use, I use the Bodabra for our wreath maker here. Some people make them by hand. Some people use the Easy Bow Maker. This is just the one that I found works best for me, and everyone's different. So I have the bow maker wire here. Thread this through, and we will make our bow. Now I like to have 6 ribbons in my bows, 2 2.5 inch, and then 4 1.5 inch. So I pulled from my own collection these 2 also. We're going to add those in. It's just I'll show you these all lined up here. It's just a solid red. I thought we needed a solid to kind of break up some of this. And then I love this one. I got this earlier this year. It's red and green stripes. It's metallic. So we'll add those in. So we start with our 2.5 inch. I'll get my little jar here to put my pins in so I don't step on one later. I've done that one time. That was one time too many. 45 years of collecting ornaments. I bet you that tree is beautiful. Barb has 5 trees up so far. She's been busy also. So I'm keeping the bottom ribbon tails kind of long, maybe about 1 foot, 10 inches. I want those to hang down from the bottom of the wreath. And I'd say that my loops, those are probably about 5 or 6 inches. And then we'll go back here at the end and we will dovetail everything. This has so much structure to it. I think this would be so pretty on a tree. It just kind of, the ends kind of have a wave to them. I just love that ribbon.
That is for every season. That particular ribbon in all of its different colors is a great seller. People like the faux de peony and they love the plaid.
I really like that. Let's add our words. Again, like I said, guys, worth every penny. These are high quality ribbons. They're all wire edged. The glitter and the, I mean, this is good stuff. If you're just joining, my name is Nick. I have a little Etsy shop, 39 County Home. Make wreaths and bows, and I'm here putting together a kit that is available on the Trendy Tree website. There's a link there in the comments. If you guys want to put together this wreath, you can order the kit, and everything you need comes in a box right to your door. The frame, the ribbon, the mesh, and even some fun poinsettias made out of felt. So that's a little bonus. We're going to throw those in today, and it's going to be awesome. There's a wood sign we're going to add that says, "'Twas the night before Christmas."
So tell me your preference of the Bodabra over the other bow makers out there.
I have the other bow maker. It's right up there. I learned on the Bodabra, so I think I gravitate towards that. The Easy Bow Maker is really nice because it holds your ribbon in place when you're making your bow. So, they have their ups. Everyone has their ups and downs and their pros and cons. I think this is habit because I learned on it. So, yeah.
I just wondered what's the difference.
And actually, I used to buy the wire for it at Michael's, and I think they quit selling it. So Michael's came out with their own wire, and it's actually a little heavier duty. So I really like it.
Okay.
Just a little fun fact.
Good to know.
You can also use a pipe cleaner or a zip tie. You can thread it right through the bottom of the bow dabra. So, okay, we're on our last one, and we're just going to do a little tiny loop here, just a single, just to kind of finish our bow. Boop. Now with the bow dabra, you bring up your two ends here, thread it through, and pull it tight. Not too tight, because you want to be able to manipulate your bow still. But I just bring this around, flip it over, and tie a knot. And again, I'm not yanking this tight here because we want to be able to floof out our bow a little bit. Now the fun part, making the bow come to life. This is when you really are happy you used wire edge ribbon. If not, you're not going to, it's going to keep falling down and not stay where you want it to stay. Get some height on our bow here. There we go. So we're going to add our bow to the wreath. Now I want the bow, normally I put them in the top left corner. I'm going to do a little different today, and I'm going to add in the bottom right. So some of these tails were longer. Let's keep these. We want them to hang down. I'm going to stand up. Adding your bow and your sign to the wreath is always the unglamorous part. You got to reach around and thread it through. And they're going to tie a knot in the back here. Pull it tight. There we go. We're going to wait to trim our tails until we add our sign. So the sign we're using, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." It's a rectangle. I went ahead, you can hot glue like cable ties on the back or cable mounts, but I used just a staple gun. I put 2 in each corner. And these are for my own stash, the pipe cleaners. And I'm just going to attach them. Twist, twist. And I think we're going to put the sign in the middle of the wreath, kind of diagonal, right above our bow. Kind of, if it's a clock, I'd like it to be like 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock, the ends of the sign. And our bow is down at 5, if that makes sense.
Before you tie that on, how big are those clamps on the back of your sign?
These are the staple gun I use.
Oh, you used a staple gun. Okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I have
used some cable mount things.
Yeah, so what I mean by that, they look like this, guys. They are adhesive on the back. I do a dot of super glue or hot glue and then add this on. But
We ordered some. We have them here, but I think I ordered them too small. So
Okay,
I'm skeptical to put them on.
What is this? This is. They're just under an inch.
Okay. I think I did the ones that are like half an inch.
Okay, so really tiny.
They're really tiny. Our zip ties fit, so they might work, but I'm just not 100% certain.
All right, so I'm going to add the sign, guys. Bear with me as I thread this through. I'm kind of just putting it through where it's not going to, you don't want to set it on top of any of your ribbon tails. If you do that, it will kind of squish down your wreath. And again, I had mentioned, think of this kind of like a clock. I want this sign to be at like 2 and 8 p.m. right across the middle of the wreath here. There we go. I love this wreath. Oh my gosh.
That is huge.
Yeah, it's a big one. These wreath frames will get some height on your wreath. So that mixed with the mesh method I use, it's big. So let's trim our ribbon. Again, I like to wait till the end on this because I like to see where that ribbon is going to naturally kind of fall. That's why we don't trim it ahead of time. So I'm just going through, bending it in half, and then doing a little snip, and that really gives it a nice polished, finished look. And then we're going to go through and add our poinsettias. And that will really just take it from 0 to 100 real quick.
Carol wants to know what mesh method you used.
Okay, I did, I believe it's called the Cruffle method, where I do a little curl, and then I ruffle, and then do another little curl at the end. And it looks kind of like a bow tie when you're done. And you can insert it one way or another way. This is going to be on Trendy Tree's Facebook page, as well as both of their and mine YouTube page. So you guys can go back and rewatch. And I kind of explained how to do that. So definitely check out the replay.
And look, you clean as you go. That is something that we do not do here.
All right, so there's our wreath. But let's add these poinsettias. Now your wreath kit comes with 3 poinsettias, and these are like a felt. Aren't those pretty? And I saved one to show you how I do the little floof here. So it comes all bent up, and what I do is I just run my finger and kind of give it some bend so the leaves come out like that. That makes sense. And that kind of, you know, flowers aren't flat, they're 3-dimensional. And that gives some life to our Now for camera's sake, I'm just gonna stick these in where I want, but then afterwards I'm gonna warm up my glue skillet and I'm gonna trim these and I will actually hot glue them in. But I think one would look nice up here. We will trim them a little bit, I guess. These are just wire cutters. And we'll do one over here. Now, if you guys dip these in hot glue or put some hot glue on them.
Not the neatest.
What's that, Ashley?
Stephanie, he is absolutely the neatest crafter. Stephanie was commenting on how organized you are. And I think that every time I'm watching, because most crafters are not so organized. He says every time that he's just cleaned, though.
I'm not, yeah.
So maybe he's not.
I think if you guys having guests over, so I'm on my best behavior, but this room does not always look like this. I promise it doesn't always look like this. But let's hold this up. There we go.
I love it. The poinsettias look so good.
Yeah, they really just add something. I love
texture.
it.